Hello everyone! Today I went to market. You know what? Bread lines, very long, nothing at the end. But still, I found vegetables and I got some good meats. We're going to have fun cooking today. We have today cabbage. You need cabbage, works in everything. Good carrots. Carrots good for color, good for health. You need carrots. Well, I wanted good meat, only had Polish kielbasa. We'll make two. Mushrooms. What else can I say about mushrooms? They're mushrooms. Dangerous weapon, onions. We'll be careful with this, but you need it. What meal would not be complete without your potatoes? I mean, come on, really. Well, okay, confession. I meant to bring more. This is all the store had. But we'll figure something out. Now that we have all our ingredients, we can finally begin cooking. Okay, so first we're going to need cooking equipment. Let us start off with a good pan. Now one of the things... Oh, wrong camera. One of the things you need to have is good oil. Now, we don't have the best, but good trick, anything can be made better with vodka. So that's what we have. Now, before we start cooking, it is tradition for us to have shots with the crew. Sergey, good boy, have shot. Now, we always do this, it's just become tradition for good luck on shot. Ekaterina. For you to девушка. На здоровье. Now we can begin show. Okay, so now we're gonna pour the oil into the pan and then we're gonna take care of our vegetables while this pan is heating up. You like a lot of oil, it works well. Okay, so first of all, you always want to start by washing your vegetables and meats. Okay, so now it is time for us to start working on the meat. Actually, does anyone want any more of this?
Da.
Alright. To all your health, good crew. Okay, back to the meat. Okay, so now we are ready to start working on our meat. So I know I said we don't have the best, we have Polish kielbasa, we'll make it work. It smells not... Sergey, do your job! So now we're going to be working on our meat, we're ready for it. Now, it's Polish sausage, we're gonna see what we can do with it. It's got a nice, good, strong smell to it. That's good. Now, we're going to cut it up really nice and good for this dish. Go nice and easy. You give it nice, thin, even cuts. Yeah. You don't want too much, but you want enough for this plate, and whatever you have left over is good for, well, next meal of the day. It cuts nice and even, it's been defrosting for a little while, which is not necessarily best, but for this particular dish, you want it to be a little soft, a little good for a knife. What? Okay, so I guess that vodka's just a little bit strong, but we're gonna keep the show going. We've got a lot of the meat cut up, we're just gonna finish. Sergey! I think, you know, this is just my opinion, but I think this show is going good so far. I have good feeling about this. This dish, I have faith in it. We've been doing good so far. And everyone working here, my god, you've been amazing people so far. You're really sticking through everything. Making this production really fun. Now that we've cut up our meat, it's time to start frying it. Listen to that sizzle. That's good. Now, we're just gonna let that sit for a little while. While it's going, we're gonna cut up the vegetables. Roughly 2 carrots will work well for this dish. Just cut up the pieces. Not too small, but to good size. Go all the way to an end. We don't want these pesky ends. They don't do well for the dish. Everything else, we can just put it now into the frying pan. Now we can just let that cook a little bit. Now we're gonna move on to the next item, the potatoes. We're gonna peel those and then we're gonna chop them up and put a little bit on top of it. We're gonna peel our potatoes just so we get that pesky skin off. It's good. Okay. Now that we have it peeled, we want to cut it. We want to cut it in halves, and then we want to get nice even slices to go into it. And then we just give very thin slices. See how these are? These are very thin slices. This is what you're going for. That should actually be enough potato for right now. Let's just put that into, let it start cooking. Mix things up a little bit in here. You can move around, get everything cooking a little bit nicer in here. And at this point, if you want to, you know, give it a little more flavor. There. That'll be a lot better now. It's really going to be improved at this point. You can add more potatoes, but you don't want to oversaturate it, so now is good time to start moving on to the cabbage. So you only want maybe suppose 2 leaves of the cabbage for this. What we're going to do is we're going to chop it up into lots of little pieces. You don't want these pieces here with the stems, we don't need those. You can get rid of those right now. Just turn it around a couple of times, keep getting these small, very small chunks. Then once you are content, you've got the small pieces, you can proceed to add it to the pan. Just sprinkle it around. Now we'll just mix it up a little bit. Help it soak in the flavor. At this point the potato crisps are probably really soaking in the oil and the flavor from the kielbasa. So we're just going to let that sit a little bit longer when we move on now to what is going to be the most dangerous part of this particular dish, the onions.
Okay, so now we're doing the proper protection for ourselves. We can now proceed to work on cutting the onions. Now, what you want to take a little piece, you take this piece off, we don't want that. And take this piece, you're going to again do similar like with the cabbage. You cut it to small pieces like this. See, I'm not even crying one bit, I don't feel anything, it's perfect. You just keep cutting onions. Now we will mix up a little bit. And these everything smells good. I think it smells good, I don't really know. Be nice to be. Anyways, that is most basic element of this. We're getting very close to being done at this point.
Okay, so now it's been frying for enough time, we're gonna turn it off. And now we're gonna set it into bake. Now, we're gonna leave it there. I've been having this oven preheating for the last 3 days. I have bad power, so I'm hoping it's ready by now. We'll see soon enough. Now at this point it's heating. Now we wait.
Жизнь такое спортлото, полюбила, но не то. Выиграла в любви джекпот, присмотрелась идиот. Я для всех накрыла стол, есть и перчик, и рассол. Будем мы сейчас гулять, наливать и выпивать. Хорошо, все будет хорошо, я это знаю. Хорошо, все будет хорошо.
Okay, so now that we've had the meat and the vegetables baking in the oven for a couple hours, we're ready to see what the final product looks like. Okay. What? Why is there a pie in the oven? I told all of you, I'm using the oven today for my program. Why would one of you... Thank you for joining us tonight. До свидания.
На свете много умных и много дураков, но есть еще на свете такие
It's not bad.
мужики, как женщину увидят, так сразу дураки. Наш Борька бабник, наш Борька бабник, пусть говорят об этом все его друзья. Наш Борька бабник, наш Борька бабник, а он такой же, как и все, как ты и я. Ты посмотри налево, направо посмотри, вокруг ведь королевы.